Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back here to the channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this funny pack, also known as a waist bag. If you're in Nigeria, you will know that this is the kind of bag that people used to use when they want to go for service. So this is the client's order, so I decided to make a video so that I'll show you guys and how to go about it. So this is not the regular funny pack that we've seen before. This one looks like a shoulder bag, but it is kind of different because it has a waist bag handle. So this is just me trying to get out the measurements. Now I want the top of the the top of the bag to be 10 inches and the bottom to be 8 inches. This is because I want if I put my phone, it will be spacious. Like I'm using my phone as a kind of guide right here. So after I cut out the 10 inches, then the actual measurement is 10 by 5.5 inches. So I'll just go ahead and make a slant. I'm going to measure out 1.3 inches or 1 inches or 1.5 inches, depending on how slanty you want it to be. So I went ahead and measured 1.75 inches. So you could measure one, like I said, you could measure 1.5 inches. So I just made the markings, and this is just me trying to make sure that the lines are straight. And I am using an A4 paper for my pattern drafting, so you could also use that. Draft the pattern first before you cut it on the actual leather. So this is my overall pattern. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out on the leather that I'm using. The leather is kind of thick, so I don't need to do any piping on it. So I cut out two that is going to be for the body. Now the bag has to have a front pocket. So this is just me trying to measure out 2 inches from the top. You know, the slant part, the place that is wider is the top, then the place that is smaller is the bottom. So I'll just make my markings and cut out that 2 inches like this. So this is just me trying to make space for my front pocket. So I'll go in by the side by 2 inches, and I'll go in by the second side by 2 inches. Then I'll go down by half inches on this side, and I'll go down by half inches on this other side as well. Then I'll just make a straight line like this. Then I'll just go ahead and cut it out, and that will serve as an opening where my zipper is going to be. So if you don't know how to put a front zipper to a bag, this is the strategy. So you could use this strategy for any bag as long as you want to put a front zipper. This is how to go about it. So I'm just going to measure all my 4 dimensions to know the amount of fabric I need for the side. And after measuring, I got 30 inches. I got 30 inches. So I'm going to decide where I want my zipper to start from. I want my zipper to start from 2 inches from that side. So I got 12 inches. So from 30, I'm going to cut out 12, which is going to serve as the upper zipper. So this is just me trying to attach my zipper. So I'll just go ahead and just sew it this way, but please make sure you put your runner before you sew it. So after stitching, this is what it looks like. The next thing you're going to go ahead and do is to you sew back that 2 inches back to it. Then you put your lining on top. Please just watch carefully to see how I'm going to sew it. So when you stitch it, you just make sure you top stitch it as well so that it will lie perfectly well. So after stitching and top stitching, this is what we have. You see our back pocket is ready already. See, our back pocket is ready already. So now the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is to start working on the upper zipper. So you put the zip right side facing each other, and you go ahead and sew and you top stitch. So after top stitching, this is what you have. Then you go ahead and attach your sides, the zipper side to the bottom side. So from 30 inches I removed 12 inches, so definitely I'm going to be having 16 inches left. So that is what I joined together like this. Then I'll just make my notches, then I'll stitch around. So I'm stitching the part to the first part first, which is I'm stitching the side to the first body like this. The reason is because I'm going to be putting the waist holder on the second part, so I need to stitch this one first, then I'll go ahead and start working on the holder. So this measurement right here is actually a 4 inches by 3 inches wide thing, and I just fold it. Then I'm just going to go in by half inches. This is because the belt I want to use is a 1 inches belt, so I need the tip of this handle to be 1 inches, so that when I sew it, it will align with each other. So it was too tiny and it was too long, so I tried to remove 2 inches. So overall I used I think 2.5 inches or 2 inches by 3 inches. So I'm just making my markings. I'm going to go ahead and cut four of it because I'm going to be joining them together. I don't want the handle to have back side. I want it to be both side front, and I can achieve that without coming two together. So I'm just going to cut out four pieces like this. You can see I've cut out four pieces. Then I'm going to use my gum, just rub the gum all around, and I'll just gum them all together. So guys, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always tuning into the channel. Yeah, may God bless you, and thank you for always coming back to the channel. Thank you for watching my tutorials, and if you're just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new tutorials, because on this channel I have many more amazing tutorials to show you guys. So do well to click on the subscribe button so that you will not miss out on any tutorial. So after I gum them both together, you just go ahead and trim off any excesses that you have by the sides. This is just you trying to have a seamless. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to have a seamless work, and I need the work to be as neat as possible. So if you have an hammer, please use your hammer. Don't be using hand. The way I'm using hand like this. So after doing that, the next thing we're going to go ahead and do now is to join the sides, the other side to the back part, and you also put in this side like this handle like this. So this is how it's going to be inside. The wider part is going to be on the body. Now you can make your stitch first before you stitch the back to it, but make sure you make your notch so that you have the middle. Don't make mistake, one side is wider than the other, so you just make your stitches and just stitch around. After you stitch around, this is what it looks like. You could pipe the bag if you want, but I just decided to leave it like that. So after you stitch, you just go ahead and turn your bag inside out, and our work here is almost done. The next thing you're going to go ahead and do is to just measure your waist, multiply it by 2 to get the total length of the belt you're going to use to put for the bag. The reason why you're measuring your waist and multiplying by 2 is because you don't know you don't know if your client is going to be giving another person, and your waist might be smaller than another person's waist. But when you multiply your waist into 2, and you put an adjuster and that clip, the client will be able to adjust it, and it will fit the client's body. So you just go ahead and measure. When you multiply your waist into 2, this is the clip that you're going to use. When you multiply your waist into 2, you remove 10 inches for one side. Now let's say for instance your waist is 30. When you multiply it by 2, you will have 60. When you remove 10, you will have 50. So 50 will be on one side and 50 will be on the other side. So you sew this one. After you stitch it, then you sew it to the side of the bag like this. Please don't make mistake. Right side facing right side, of course. Then you top stitch to secure it. Use your lighter to burn it because this belt used to unravel itself. So this is how it's going to look like on one end. Then you go ahead and do the same thing on the other end. So having said that, that is basically everything about this tutorial. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel once again, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you're going to try this tutorial out and say something nice in the comment section. Share to your family and friends. Invite your loved ones to this channel so that we will all grow together. So having said this, see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.